One.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the IQ Project. This is episode 13. My name is Josh Renteria. My co-host rickytatt is out of town today, spending some time with his family. But I do have another guest right here, another Ricky Suave right here. Damn, nice hat, eh?
Rickytatt number 2.
So this is brought to you by Iconiq Tattoo Studio. As always, if you need a tattoo, hit us up. We do black and gray, color, anything you need custom. Check out our Instagram. One thing before we start with Ricky's interview, I do want to do our coffee of the week this time. This time I was driving to work, and I was just Googling. I was like, man, what shop should I go to? And I saw Special Needs Coffee. It's pretty good, man. It's a little hard to get to. It's right there by Archibald on the 10th Freeway. Just Google it, man. It's pretty cool. It's like a little stand. They're really nice location. Check out their Instagram, Special Needs Coffee. They give you a lot of information too. But let's go with today's episode, right? You ready, Carlos?
Let's do it.
I forgot to introduce you.
It's all good.
He gave me that face right now. You're like, fucker.
Throw another shot.
I know, huh? You've been shooting all day. Alright, so we also have our media manager back there. He's going to be part of this conversation. But let's get to the big topic. Ricky Suave. What do you want to be called?
Lil Pit's cool. No, Lil Pit's cool.
Yeah.
No, just
Rick.
Ricky's fine.
Rick.
Yeah.
Let's go with Rick. So Ricky doesn't get mad.
Yeah. So no one's confused or anything.
So Rick right here, if you don't know him, he's new to the team. He's a new member of the Iconiq group or family or team, however you want to call it. He came in a couple weeks ago asking for an apprenticeship, and I'll let him explain more of that. He can tell his little story of how I went through, but he went through the whole apprenticeship. He went through the whole trial, you know what I mean, to see if we would accept him as an apprenticeship. How was that for you, man?
Just the process, or like me coming in and asking?
Well, actually, first, let's talk a little bit more about you. Like,
Okay.
You already knew what an apprenticeship was when you came in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. We have a whole episode about this with Johnny, about being an apprentice and what you have to do. That was his story. I want to know yours now.
Okay.
How long you been drawing?
I've been drawing since like a kid, but it was on and off. But as soon as I got to school,
Mm-hmm.
so we just taking the classes and stuff. But kind of just drawing my own way. Really, it wasn't really following direction as far as how to draw a certain thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, just always been around art, really.
Okay, cool, man. And what got you interested into this tattoo industry?
My friend actually gave me a rotary.
Yeah.
It's something that he liked doing himself, but
Tattooing?
yeah, tattooing.
Okay.
So he just gave me, and I guess he just saw potential in me.
Mm.
And then from there, I would just start practicing, whether it be on myself or fake skin, and then start watching videos and finding out about artists and
Okay.
all that stuff.
How long ago was that?
It's probably around 2 years ago, and then up until last year is when I started taking it serious.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you've tattooed before then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Not good, apparently. I'm just kidding.
No.
You are Latino, you know what I mean? Everyone here at the shop's Latino, I believe, right? You're Latino, right?
Except Johnny.
Johnny's Latino. He's Mexican.
He's Latino?
Yeah, I think he's Mexican. I think. We'll double check on that.
I thought he was Russian.
Nah, wait. No.
I've never asked either.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think he's Mexican. I think he's Latino.
All right. Sorry,
Yeah.
Johnny.
You're
But-
over 2, bro.
I know. Damn.
The age.
No. But I know being Latino, tattoos are really taboo. It was on my family, you know what I mean? Me and Ricky, both of us grew up tattoos are bad. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you, Carlos. How's your family about tattoos? Because you're first generation as well, right?
Yeah. Definitely not something they approve of.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Growing up, they weren't really pro for it. So.
Mm. Yeah, same here. My parents never really liked that I was doing tattoos. Once I gave them money and told them, here, I got this from tattooing, that's when they're like, they could see it the business, you know what I mean? But they never really accepted it. Now they're more supportive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Over time, they got to see how I do. They got to see I'm able to provide for myself, and they saw I made a business and a living out of it. But what's your like family think about this? Like,
Yeah, I mean, I can relate to that. I had the vibe like at first seemed skeptical of it.
yeah,
But then I guess it's just getting to that age where it's like, man, what does he want to do? You know, and they see like that I'm passionate about art, so they see that.
how old are you again?
24.
24.
Yeah.
Oh, you're still young.
So like, you think so?
Yeah, bro.
I'm
You're still
damn
young.
near 30.
Hey, you're still young. Huh, Carlos?
Hey,
Shots.
you
I had to
think
throw
you're
some
old
shots.
now?
Oh,
Yeah.
shit, for real. Once
I'm
you get
sorry,
to
guys.
Ricky's age,
Sorry.
Ricky Tat.
Hey, but we all look young. We're cool. Yeah. Once they see that I'm passionate about actually tattooing, when they see that I'm like tattooing my friends and butchering my leg and stuff, they're like, okay.
You tattooed your own leg?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I don't. No, it's like, dude. I guess that's the thing. Like, I seen a lot of people. I met a lot of people that their mentors or the people they're learning from. They make them tattoo themselves. I was like, I would never make someone do that because you're just gonna fuck up a good piece to get a nice tattoo later on. You know what I mean? Plus, you can never learn how to tattooing yourself. I don't know why people think that because you're just focusing on the pain. You're not really looking at the technique of it. You're not really looking at anything.
Yeah, that makes sense because like there will be lines where they're just not consistent just because of the pain.
Yeah.
So,
you feel what it feels like, but you don't really study it. You don't really look at it. But I'm sorry. Go on.
very good. Yeah, they just seen the passion for it and they're just cool with it. And since then, they've just been having my back
Yeah.
as far as like the journey and stuff.
Do they have tattoos? Do they like tattoos?
My dad, which I have two dads. So the dad that I live with, his name's Diego. He has he's all tatted. He's like, his arms, back, and all that. So he knows, but my mom doesn't.
No?
So, nah, she's really against it. Like me even having, like when I got this,
Yeah.
man, I made a video. I'm like, okay, I'm about to show my mom that I got this tattoo, and she was flipping out.
Oh,
But,
shit.
yeah. So she's against tattoos.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
she's accepting it now.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
It's not the kind of videos you make for your mom, man.
I love like documenting stuff. I'm just like.
I wish I kind of documented mine. You know what I mean? When I showed my mom my first tattoo.
She beat you.
Oh, no, she cried.
Damn.
Yeah, she cried. I walked in the next morning because we both had to work like at 6 a.m. And I was like, look what I got yesterday. I showed her my leg, and she just started bawling. Yeah, dude, it was bad. And then she didn't talk to me for like a month.
That's the worst.
And every time someone brought it up, she'd start crying again. Until one time I was like, stop being so dramatic. Yeah.
You know what though? Like I did show my mom because I got her name on my leg, and that's probably the one where she smiled. That's probably the only one where she smiled.
Yeah?
Yeah. Just because it's her name.
Yeah, it's usually the story, huh? If you get their names, they don't. Yeah. That's cool.
Or
Like,
she'll slap you.
yeah. She'll slap you, then she'll hug you.
Yeah.
All right, so let's continue with this. So when did you decide like, oh, I'm gonna go see if I can find an apprenticeship?
I was watching a lot of videos and stuff, and they're like, if you want to learn the right way, try to get an apprenticeship. That way you can, get feedback on a professional, basically. So I was like, okay, that's going to be my objective.
Yeah.
And then COVID happened, and then I'm like, okay, let me use this time just to get some drawings up, right? And then it just got to the point where I was like being discouraged, kind of like being scared to even like come up to the shop. And then I finally just snapped out of it. I'm like, you know what, let me do this. And like, so I just started hitting up shops, and yeah,
Yeah.
lo and behold, came here. Well,
We're not gonna say any names, but you said you've been to other shops, right?
yeah.
So you.
But it was nothing like too crazy where it's like, it was like every shop that I've been to, they had an apprentice already.
Yeah.
So, and then there has been a shop where it's like, okay, you could kick it, but even then I felt like it might not go anywhere just because they already had an apprentice. So I was like, okay, so I always had my eyes like, or try to have my options open.
Okay, that's good, man. Well, yeah, I mean, you came in here. I was already tattooing, and you introduced yourself. How'd you hear about us? Like, what made you come over here?
Yeah, so I follow like a lot of artists that are of my interest, like as far as like basically black and gray stuff, and Ricky was one of them.
Damn, Ricky, not even me. That's fucked up, huh?
So Ricky was one of them, and yeah, just like started like looking more into his Instagram, and then saw the page. But the thing is like he doesn't have owner on his bio or anything. So then I was like, who's the owner? Like, do they have an apprentice? So I started like diving deep, and then I seen you, and then okay, I'm like, I just like all you guys' style, so I was like, all right, you know what, I think I could fit in. So that's when I came in, and I'm like, Josh, are you the owner? And
Yeah.
you remember that? Yeah. I was all
I
like,
remember that, but yeah. I saw you coming in. I was just like, I was working at the time already. And Carlos was here too, huh?
yeah, Carlos
Yeah, I was
was here.
here.
Yeah, man. I'm going to give you a little of my reflection or recollection of what I saw when he walked in. He was a little shy.
Yeah,
was a little
yeah,
shy.
I was really shy, bro.
And I had Ricky talk to him because I was already working. And, I mean, he did good. I mean, Carlos was here recording for our blog. And I think Ricky even put him on the spot, right?
Yeah, we recorded him actually.
Yeah, we recorded you. How'd you feel about that?
It was different for
Yeah?
sure, you know. And the thing is, like, Carlos had his camera like right here, you know.
Yeah.
I'm sure on the lens it probably looked farther, you know. But I wasn't used to that. But it was cool, you know.
Yeah.
Just trying to keep my composure and stuff. So
What'd you think when you walked in?
it was tight, you
Yeah.
know. Like, well, actually, I was nervous. So
Yeah.
like, I was just zoned in on like, who's Josh, you know, who's Josh, where's Josh, you know, and yeah. But after that, you guys were like very welcoming, so it was cool. That kind of like calmed down my nerves.
That's good, man. I know going to a tattoo shop is intimidating, even for clients and for everyone. I think that's why we're trying to change that here. But yeah, man. Like you came in, Ricky talked to him, and then he talked to me about it after. Even with Carlos, we were like, "What did you think about him?" Right? I mean, what was your first reaction with this guy? Be honest.
To be honest, he came in pretty stern and pretty confident. That's pretty good.
That's important too.
And
Poker face, bro.
Poker face. Yeah. He was
or if
crying
that was
inside.
his poker face,
Yeah.
then
He was
it's a
crying
different
inside.
story. Let
Yeah.
me change what I just said then.
Nah, but yeah, you came in confident. Me and Ricardo and Carlos talked outside about it. And you know what? We're like, all right. If you guys don't know, like the way we work here, apprenticeships, we work on differently than other shops. Normally, other shops, I believe, there's different systems that other shops use. Like either you go in there, you work for like a year, but you still have to pay them like a few $1,000s so they could teach you. I don't know if you got to one of those shops.
Yeah, actually, I did go to. There's a shop in Ontario. I went in, and the guy told me that if you did like a certain artist, you would have to reach out to him, and he would give you a price if you wanted to be an apprentice, basically.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
you're paying for an apprenticeship there. There's other shops where they say no. You know what I mean, they don't want to deal with the hassle of it. But they treat you, or they do say yes. They'll treat you like shit. They haze the shit out of you. Unfortunately, that's apprenticeships in tattoo industries. Sometimes they can go good or they could go really, really bad. I mean, for us, we're different. Where we're looking for a certain type of. We don't care like level of art you are. Obviously, you got to know something. You did understand lighting. You understand texture. You understand things like that. But we saw you could grow, and that's what I think what we liked about it. And then also, for us, we're not going to charge you, but you're still going to be here and work for us. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say work for us, but at least be here helping out around the shop every day that we're open. And you've been here already, what, 3 weeks, 4 weeks?
4.
Yeah. So his trial was about 3 weeks. How did that feel? How was your trial?
The trial was like,
The trial, but let's break it down. The trial was basically to see if we would accept him as a...
yeah.
So he had to come in out of faith. And just,
Yeah, basically. It was
Yeah.
like every day was a battle. I was like, man, do they even like me, you know? Or
Yeah.
like, what can I do different, you know, just to like get the apprenticeship?
Yeah.
And then some days Ricky would be like, okay, yeah, because he would talk to his client, and then he'd be like, yeah, this is our apprentice. I'm like, I would go home like, all right, sure, I'm an apprentice. And then the next day you would be like, oh yeah, this is Ricky, he's on a trial. I'm like, all right, you know, I'm confused, you know.
Yeah, that can fuck someone up. Hey, but he came back. That's the important thing, you know. He came back. But yeah, like the trial, like what'd you do? Like,
Okay, so the trial would just be almost everything that I'm doing now, but I feel like now I'm doing more because like this is my first time like being, you know, in a shop helping out. So I'm trying to learn as I go, really. But the trial just consisted of like me taking out the trash, you know, drawing whatever you guys told me to draw, helping out like with customers, you know, trying to get a feel for customers and
Yeah.
picking that up from you guys. Really, just that's really what the trial was, really.
yeah, I mean, like basically for us, the trial with him, because we know he can learn the art. It was just mostly I want to see this is what I want to see. I don't know what Ricky wanted to see. I want to see how you would act with customers. You know what I mean? Because our biggest thing is customer service here. You know what I mean? Everybody has to feel welcome. And you did great on that. That's what kind of pushed me to be like, all right, yeah, you could be good here with us. How'd you feel when we accepted you as an apprenticeship?
I remember I even told you guys, I'm like, I feel like Will Smith in
Yeah.
Pursuit of Happiness when he gets the job.
When he comes out, I was like, yes.
Yeah, he's like basically like crying and he has his hands up and
Yeah.
stuff. I'm like, that was me on the inside.
Yeah.
But yeah, and also like very like appreciative of you guys for even like believing in me. You know, that means a lot. So, I mean, I expressed that too. So
Yeah, yeah.
You know, when I left, I was like, damn, you know, this is really happening. Like I had this manifested, like it's gonna be in a shop. Like you know, had to get accepted somewhere. You know, so I'm glad it was by you guys for real.
That's good, man. Well, I'm glad you stuck it through. I mean, it's not hard because an apprenticeship, like I said, at least for us, you have to at least show up every day. I know you work another job. See, that's another thing we're gonna talk about. It's not like it's unpaid internship. Basically, what it is, you're coming here to work, learn, be a sponge, and just take everything in, at least for the first few months, and then you don't start actually picking up a machine for about, you know, it could be anywhere from 6 to 10 months. It depends how he takes the journey. I mean, like how fast you could pick things up. And we're not gonna just throw a machine on you so you can start making money if we don't think you're ready. You know what I mean? It goes. That's why there's a process. But again, it's unpaid, so you're actually working a second job right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, my job is me inspecting vehicles for auctions or dealers.
And you do that in the mornings?
Yeah, in the morning. So
Yeah.
I go to different places. So sometimes I'm in San Diego, Anaheim. As of recently, it'd be Pomona. So I'd have to get up early, and because it's like all commission and stuff, I could kind of gauge my day. But I would have to like bust my, you know, I'd bust. Can I
Yeah.
cuss on here? I would have to bust my ass on, you know,
Yeah.
in the morning, just so I could like make ends meet to pay what I need to pay. So yeah, I would wake up like at 6, get to my destination around like 7 or 8, and then just grind out to like 11, and then I would use the Waze app to like see how long it's gonna take me to get here. I'm like, okay, I have till 11 to get here. So yeah, that's the hustle right there.
He's usually here from opening from 1 to 8. I mean, if you've seen our other videos, you understand. Like, he's not the only one. Like, all of us, we had to go through that. I mean, I was working 2 jobs at one point and tattooing on the weekends. Tony was working a horrible fucking schedule at a aluminum factory, and working this after his job, and then waking up early again at 3 a.m. to go to the other job. You know what I mean?
Dang, 3 a.m.
Yeah, Johnny went straight cold turkey, where he wasn't working another job, but he was here from the morning to the end every day.
Dope.
So he grinded that, and then I think Ricky was working jumpers as well on the weekends. You know what I mean?
That's cool.
And working this, so we all had to like suffer a little bit, so we could get to the point we're at right now. You know what I mean? I feel like you understand that process where you could actually, it's gonna help you out. You know what I mean? That discipline.
Sounds like almost like an origin story. You know, like everyone has their origin story.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy
It's
because
like-
it's like we're all aiming for something better than where we're at right now.
Yeah.
And we all have our story, like you said. You know what I mean? It's a really cool thing to see all together. I mean, by doing these videos, we actually have seen this. Even Carlos, you have your own story, right?
Yeah, I do.
It took us a while to get his story on fucking video, but
Yeah.
but his story is coming up on YouTube as well. I believe it should be up before this video, so you guys can be able to see that.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, what do you think about this? Like, what do you think about his hustle right now, working another job, doing this?
Well, personally, I've only seen him like 3 times, so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is the
he's
third.
never-
Yeah.
He never wants to come to work. That's why. I'm just kidding.
And so far, he seems like a standout guy,
Yeah.
and he seems like he's driven by it. I think the longer you do it, you're gonna realize if you really want to do it.
And that's what we were talking about yesterday. I was like, you're excited about it right now, man. And it's cool. It's really good that you're excited. Keep that up. But I told him, create a list of goals. Because after 3 to 4 and 5 months of this, it's going to get very fucking hectic. You know what I mean? And those goals, I feel like, are going to drive you to reach something at least. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and then once you reach those goals, make new goals.
Yeah. And they don't have to be 5 years. Like yesterday we were talking about 5-year goals. No, it could be a year. It could be 2 years. You know what I mean? Something simple to just keep jumping hurdles to keep reaching your big destination. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because after like 6 months of this, it gets hard, man. Especially, I mean, you're working 2 jobs. Waking up in the morning. How many hours are you sleeping right now?
It depends on the day, you know. Sometimes it'll be like 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You're still young though.
That's what Ricky said.
Yeah, I still need 6. How many you sleep, Carlos?
How many hours?
Yeah, because I know you go to school.
I like to sleep 7. I like sleep.
7's a
I
good
need
number.
sleep.
That's
Yeah.
a good sleep.
For a while, I wasn't sleeping. I was sleeping like 3 or 4 hours a night, but that's not healthy.
Dude, when I was working those jobs, I was fucking, I was sleeping 3 hours a day. It sucked. It was bad. And then I'll take 1 day out of the month to just sleep all day. That's how I recovered.
It's not good for your brain either.
Oh, it's not.
No.
It's not. And then that's when I got addicted to coffee because like that's how I run. I'm not addicted. I can quit whenever I want. I just like it.
Nah, I think you're addicted. I think you're addicted.
They all say.
I just like it. I like the taste of it.
You guys should see like the packets they make me go buy. You know, they have a lot. They have a lot back there.
Save that for another story.
Take it easy. This is not an intervention. No, but yeah, man. Like, well, I gave you a little, I guess, little homework yesterday. Like, did you think about like some of the goals you kind of want to reach?
I think, yeah, I did think about it. I put some more thought into it, but at the end of the day, I just came down to like what originally I had told you. You know, like, yeah, I want to have like passive income in the future and stuff, but I kind of feel like my number one goal is just, you know, making it as a professional. Like, I just want to be a professional at tattooing. Like, that's the only thing on my mind. It's the only thing that's been on my mind. So, I mean, as far as other goals, I
What's
feel
your
like
definition of professional, though? I mean, because anyone can be a professional, right?
I think I don't know. It'd just be like my mentors.
Josh is a professional.
Yeah.
You're a professional, so
Some people say I am. I don't think I am.
you don't think so?
Nah, I mean, okay, I am. I feel like a professional. Again, it goes. I like to say I am just because I treat people like I'm professional. You know what I mean? Like I'll give them my 100% if they're here. If they're talking to me, you know, they're gonna be treated good. I guess that's for me. That's what considers you a professional. How you treat people.
Okay.
I mean.
So you want tattooing to be your full-time?
I guess that's what you want.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
like my dream. Yeah, basically a dream. Like,
So you want that to be your main income, tattooing?
yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll like maybe down the road have enough money to invest in things that would make me money, like, you know, while I sleep or something.
Okay.
But for the most part, I'd always just want to be an artist, you know, whether it be like painting, like a Basquiat, you know, like painting my own style. But when I was introduced to like tattooing, it's like, man, this thing's dope. So I'm like, this is what I want to do.
Yeah, I mean, every tattoo artist I've met, like, they always say the same thing. Like, I'll slow down, but I don't think I'll ever retire. I mean, I just think it's something, once you start, you never stop.
Yeah.
And I've
I
met
think
old
it's
tattoos too, older tattoo
any
artists.
art in general.
Yeah, man, it's a passion. I feel like, and if you don't see it like that, I guess you're not in the right industry, right? Because I see it that way. It's like, yeah, like you, I want to make other income as well, where I don't have to focus so much on it, but I'm still gonna be doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what's your artistic goals? Like, are you trying to reach a certain level? Are you trying to do a certain style?
I want to be on you guys' level, to be honest. Like, being around you guys, and it's like,
Yeah, surpass us, bro. Yeah,
think
man.
so? You guys don't think you're like, but the thing is, you guys are always gonna get better. You know, you guys even told me like you guys are constantly learning and stuff. So I feel like,
Yeah, I mean, you always gotta be learning. I think this industry is amazing because you're never set on a certain way. If you don't keep learning, you get left behind. And I've told everyone this. In the tattoo industry, you have to be all in. You know what I mean? You have to be all in.
It's not just tattooing.
Well, yeah.
You gotta be all in anything that you have passion for and
Yeah.
you want to achieve something.
Yeah, that's right.
So-
I mean, I guess.
But in your shoes.
Yeah, in my shoes, when I see it, because once you go all in for tattooing, you your level just jumps. You know what I mean? We seen it. I saw it with myself. I saw it. Ricky saw it with himself. Tony saw it with himself when he went full time here. It's just once you have your passion and you go all in, the whole thing changes. But now it's just trying to get better and better and better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Questions, comments, concerns?
I mean, I could say the same thing about me.
Yeah.
I was doing this, which is filming and audio, and I was just doing it for fun as a hobby. And then I jumped in with 2 feet, and I'm here now where I'm making income, and I don't have to worry about making income anywhere else.
Right.
Because this is what's helping me and supporting me and my family, and there's a future in it. And I also get to go to school.
And you love doing it.
And I love doing it.
It's dope.
And he was working for your brother-in-law, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I worked in any construction industry.
Yeah.
Restaurants too when I was younger. Mm-hmm. So I've learned to become a hard worker. So I've turning that into what I'm doing now. So
yeah. So yeah, like another thing I want to know is like, what's your you do art on the side, right? Mm-hmm. What other mediums do you use?
Just acrylic. I'll be painting and stuff. Mm-hmm. Digital work. I like messing around with digital artwork just because it's like more convenient. It has like all the tools and stuff. Mm-hmm. You know, pen, pencil, that kind of stuff. Also like photography. I'm just getting into like that film. So I want to like add that to my art page and stuff.
Yeah. Nice, man. Damn, you paint too, huh? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
You paint?
Draw, paint. Yeah.
What? Okay.
Yeah, dude. He's actually pretty good at painting. I was surprised. I'm just messing with you. No, he's pretty good at painting. He did an acrylic painting, right? The rose.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he does more abstract things.
So
do more abstract. I like realism, but I don't.
Yeah, that's not your thing.
It's not my thing.
Yeah. That's cool, man. Yeah, like I mean, at least you're in the right spot. We're all trying to also get artistically better at what we do. You know what I mean? I take a painting class every Friday in San Pedro with Reno Gonzalez, Alan Padilla. I'm learning so much right there, and I feel like that alone has helped me improve my tattoos. So, I mean, yeah, you can be good at art, but you can still suck at tattooing.
Yeah.
But it helps you get better at your tattooing. Does that make sense?
that makes sense.
Yeah. It's just, it's 2 different mediums, but it helps each other out. You know what I mean?
No, I could understand because like you're even telling me how remember when you're sketching out that drawing, you're like, this is why it's important to understand like lighting and stuff. Like right. So I could apply that to like tattooing and stuff.
Oh yeah. Like, what was it? The face or?
Yeah, I think it was the face. What was it, the Virgin Mary yesterday?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. So he had done a drawing where he did a face, but I guess you still don't understand the anatomy of the cheeks and all that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So his drawing came out kind of flat. He didn't understand that like the cheek is actually cylinder kind of curves. You know what I mean? So I was like, you just gotta shade towards that direction, and kind of understand like, okay, this dip right here, if the light is hitting this way, you're gonna have a little shadow right here that connects this to the bottom, right? And then you're always gonna have that cheek. It's gonna be shadowing around it, and you might have a little bit of light on top, just because the cheek is a little bit higher. You know what I mean? Just little things like that. You really gotta, like I told you, you gotta study everything. You gotta really look at it deep and be like, okay, why does this happen? Ask those questions. It's gonna help you a lot in the long run. I mean, it helped me.
So I can see where you're coming from when you're talking about like painting and how it can benefit you with your tattoo work and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
But you have any questions for my guy right here?
I wanted to touch back on the process of finding the right shop.
Ooh, nice. Yeah.
In your experience of going into other shops.
Okay. Yeah. So
what did you experience compared to Iconiq?
Here? Yeah.
Well, first of all, tell us how many shops you went to.
It's about like 4 or 5.
4 or 5?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I was going into different shops.
Honestly, I had on a row, see what happened.
Yeah, but really, I was just like, I was on this mindset, you know, I was telling you, like, if you listen to Gary Vee and stuff, and like, you know, I always had that in the back of my mind, like, you know, like, don't accept a no, you know, just keep going. So it's just like, eventually someone's going to say yes. So, you know, I had a list, but the list was like based off of like how close the shops are for me to me.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, let me start heading into shops, and every shop was different. You know, some shops, like there was this one where the guy just straight up said no. Like I didn't even get a chance to ask really. You know, just like
Just walked in and said
no. Like he had all my stuff, so like I could tell he knew what I was gonna ask. It's like no. He's like, it was kind of like in an a-hole way, but you know, he wasn't wasting my time, and I wasn't wasting his time either.
How does that make you feel?
You know,
Is that the first one?
no, it was like the second. Yeah. So like,
Oh, how about you start from the first one
Yeah.
okay.
and then go to the
Carlos
last.
wants to know
He
every
wasn't
detail.
no details.
No, this is interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
You know-
yeah, I agree. It's interesting.
Yeah, the first one was really embarrassing because I wasn't as prepared. So the guy was just like, "Oh well, do you have your work with you?" I'm like, "No," and it's like, "Okay, well," you know, he didn't really have anything, so it kind of just made me feel embarrassed a little bit. I'm like, okay, you know, I need to gather stuff because all this was new to me. So yeah, so then the second one was when I had all like my equipment with me, or you know, my books, and then that's when I got that harsh thing, and then I would go to the third one, and then the third one actually like let me like chill for a bit, but you know, they still had an apprentice, so just like, all right, you know, like,
Yeah.
so this is not going anywhere. But I mean, overall, like the people there, they're like really like, I don't know, firm, I guess you can say, like, or emotionless. I don't know. That's kind of the vibe I got. Like they weren't really like interested, I guess you could say. And then when I came here, just like it was a different vibe, like off the bat. Even from you guys like being unsure, you guys still like took the time to like ask me stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, just the vibe overall was different. You could just tell it was like a lot more welcoming
Okay.
compared to like other places.
More questions? What do you think?
No. I think you covered some key points. So when you went to the first one and you weren't prepared,
Yeah.
I know a lot of people would just, like, especially after that, like, you'd be feeling embarrassed, you feeling,
yeah.
would just stop a lot of people.
Yeah, you know, I did feel like, you know, just like kind of like giving up,
Yeah.
you know. But then I would just go home like, yeah, I mean, this is what I really want to do. This, you know, someone's gonna say yes, you know. just got to keep going. But yeah, there's a lot of days that just feel bad, you know. It's like,
Yeah.
man, you know, another no, it sucks.
I actually went to a few shops to ask for an apprentice. I never told you this, huh?
No.
Yeah, so when I was tattooing with Rick in the garage, Ricky actually moved out here to start his family, right? And I don't think I had a car, or I did have a car, but I didn't have. I basically, we kind of stopped doing our thing together, and I did my own thing by myself. At the time, I was like, fuck, where am I going to tattoo? I don't have anywhere to tattoo. My parents weren't cool with it. It's like, I'm going to go to a shop. I honestly didn't know anything about a tattoo shop either. I was like, I went to a few shops right there in Azusa. One of them told me, can you come in next week and can you tattoo someone? You know what I mean? And then for me, I was like, yeah, I can bring someone in. I was like, yeah, that's cool. Right?
You already knew how to tattoo, right?
Yeah, I was already tattooing for like a year at that point, right? And but then they're like, oh, but and I was like, how much does it pay? Or like, what's because I didn't know anything about tattoo shops. Like, oh, it's a 50-50 or something like that, right? 50, no, I think it was 50% cut. At the time, I was like, fuck, it's $50% of what I make. At the time, I'm only charging $100 per tattoo. I'm like, I'm gonna get $50 after this. I didn't understand the thing like, oh, I'm gonna get more value from it being there than I wasn't. So it was an ego thing for me at that point. Like, nah, fuck that, I can do it myself, right? So I left, and then I went to another shop. The other shop, I think I went to. I'll say the name because I respect their shop. They're fucking dope ass artists, and they were cool with me. It was Cryptic Tattoo right there in Azusa. I went into their shop. I went in the mornings at the time again. I didn't know shops open late. So it's just me and the front desk guy. And he checked out my thing and he's like, hey, like I'm interested working here. I didn't even ask for a apprenticeship. He was like, I want to work here. I was like, oh man, you still need a lot of work. But he started giving me tips on what I could do better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, try practicing on this better. You know, try practicing on that. I was like, man, I really appreciated that. that helped me out a lot. And then I went to a few other shops in like Covina area, you know, West Covina area, and they were more of a dicks. They're like, nope, get out, you're not good, talking shit. One dude actually fucking like was licking my shit like, damn, this sucks. Damn, that fucking, you gotta fix that. Man, what are you even tattooing? Like, dude, it was bad, and this is back like when tattoos weren't that popular. Still like 2000, they were popular but not too popular. I mean, it was like 2011, 2012 era. So
that hurts.
So you
that's
were
your
like
art, you know. It's like
fresh out of high school.
yeah, no, yeah, I started tattooing the summer I graduated high school. So I graduated high school and then I started tattooing like 2 months later, or a month later. Yeah.
dope.
So, yeah, dude, it's I know it's hard. It sucks. That's why like when people come in, I was like, I don't want to be dicks to them. Like, I'm not gonna tell you like,
Yeah,
we're gonna give you some time. You know, what I
because
mean,
you know
yeah.
that feeling. Yeah,
I honestly don't think you get anywhere by belittling someone.
belittling.
Belittling.
Yeah,
You said it right.
That's another word I gotta work at.
you're good.
But yeah, I don't think you get anywhere by doing that to someone. You know what I mean? Either you
Yeah.
give them good advice or you tell them, you know, like, sorry, work better, and then you could try later. You know what I mean? Because we
Yeah.
do. Before you came in, we did have like a few people that came in and talked to us about apprenticeships. We get people emailing us at least once a week about it as well. But we see their work. One thing that really turns us away is, and we said this on the podcast if you're listening, is if your Instagram is private and you're an artist, that's already a no. Straight up. Because how are you going to sell yourself? How are you going to sell your work if nobody can see it? Is that a good point or not? What do you think?
Yeah, if you're starting off, yeah.
Yeah. You got
If you're already established and you have, clients and a reputation, then yeah, if you want to go private, go ahead by all means. But if you're just starting off, that's a big no-no.
Yeah, it's a business.
And anything in general.
Yeah.
You know, I do photo and video, and if I come across somebody who does photo and video and it's private and they're unknown,
it turns you away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
right away.
And we got a lot of people hitting us up, and they're like, "Oh, you take an apprenticeship?" I check out their page, private. It's like, nope, delete the message. You know what I mean? Why waste my time? I tell them straight up, like, no, like your page is private. Sorry. Some people, in the beginning, I believe they came in with other people's work.
Dang.
Yeah, they try to pass it on to their own. I was like, nah.
How did you guys figure that out?
Because we knew the artist that did it. We knew the artist that did it. I was like, I seen that before. You know what I mean? I was like, you didn't do this shit.
What?
Yeah, and then we found out later he was scamming people.
Oh dang.
Yeah, I tattooed someone that he tattooed at his house, I guess. And I had to fix it. But, you know what I mean? It's we could see through people as well. But yeah, man, I'd rather help someone else out. You know what I mean? But shit, I think
Now that you mentioned like an artist like helping you out and stuff.
Yeah.
The last shop that I tried to, even though they had an apprentice already, he did put me on how to help my script. So
Yeah.
that meant a lot. So it does mean a lot when they do try to correct you on something. So yeah, I mean, but then you guys too, like when I came here, you guys like whole shebang. You're like, oh, you need to work on this and that, but in a positive manner.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
No, I mean, that's good. Mr. Carlos, you want anything else you want to know about the guy?
What's your focus as far as tattooing? What do you want to do? If you can picture yourself in the next 10 years, what do you want to be doing?
As far as like tattooing, right?
Yes.
Okay. I want to be well-rounded for sure. So if someone wants a, traditional piece, I'm like, I can do that. Like I know I can do that. But overall, like I really do want to specialize in like black and gray.
Okay.
Just be a dope black and gray artist. Be out there with the best.
Damn, it's a big goal.
Yeah, for real.
I feel like everybody wants to be well-rounded, and it's a good thing. I feel like, but just after, personally speaking from experience, like myself, I like to be well-rounded. I was doing color. I was attempting to do color realism at one point. I was doing traditional because I worked at a traditional shop, the first shop I worked at. I learned everything, but I think I always came back to black and gray just because I liked it better. Like when I would do it, I was more happy doing it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Color frustrated me, not necessarily the piece itself. What frustrated me was all the mess. You know what I mean? It's just it frustrated me, and at the end of the tattoo, I was like, yeah, it looks great, but like me personally, I wasn't happy with how long it took to get there.
You know what I like is those black and white or black and gray tattoos with like some hints of color in it.
Yeah,
Those
no,
are
those are pretty dope
nice.
too.
Yeah. Or you know the grays that Ricky's been messing around with? Those are pretty cool. You know, he did the God of War piece.
Yeah, the opaques.
Yeah, there you go. That's
Yeah.
pretty tight too.
Yeah, he actually used a set that we got from Daniel Rocha. He's a badass opaque color, black and gray artist in Vegas. So check him out. He's actually pretty good with that. But yeah, I mean, grays is really dope. I tried it and I couldn't get the hang of it. But Ricky's picking it up really fast. I mean,
Yeah.
but for me personally, I decided to just stick to black and gray realism. I don't do color unless I'll do minimal color, like how you're talking about, like, oh, here pops and there's, but I won't accept anything like full large color anymore. You know what I mean? I don't. It's not for me, I guess. Maybe in the future.
Yeah.
But for now, I just want to put my main focus on that. But that's crazy.
Main
having
focus on black and gray.
black and gray, yeah, just to get as much better as I can with that. But it's just crazy. Like I said, like I started like you did. It's
Wanting to be
Well-rounded, yeah.
get your hands on everything.
But
Yeah.
I'd like to say, like, how do you find your passion? You try different things.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like you'll get to that point where you'll be trying every little thing. You'll do tribal, you'll do lettering, you'll do things like that.
Yeah.
Color, you know, you'll even try opaques, maybe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you'll see which one you like better. Maybe you start off thinking you like black and gray. Maybe you like color. I mean,
Yeah.
it varies. You won't know until you try it.
Would this be like, you know, freehanding stuff? Would that be, you know, be categorized as something like that?
What do you mean freehanding?
Like
drawing things on with markers?
Yeah, and just going from there. Would that be in like a category of like what you specialize in? Yeah,
I mean, it can be. I know this dude written for mostly Alexi Vitati, I think. I'm not too sure. I'm sorry, I chopped the name. He works right there with Bishop. He's really good. All he does is just freehand like owls, freehands all his pieces. He draws them out and starts tattooing them. I mean, my buddy Chris right now that I met him right at the painting class, I've seen all his tattoos. He does more of that like 90s kind of like cholas and things like that, pinups and all that. But
Yeah.
like, he draws everything out with marker and then he tattoos it.
That's dope.
You know what I mean? It's pretty dope. It's yeah, it could be a certain style. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just, I think that's what tattooing is. Like you're trying to find your own thing, and it's so amazing that you find people that are willing to let you do it on them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's the best feeling. Like someone walks in and be like, I see what you do. I trust you. This
do
is
something. Yeah.
Yeah, like this is what like they give you a concept and then they let you run with it.
That's tight.
That's like
Yeah.
the best feeling ever. Like, 'cause that's what gets an artist excited to get to work. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I mean, it does for me. And I've been lucky. Excuse me. I've been lucky that lately a lot of my clients have been like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They see my work. They email me like, "Hey, I want this kind of concept." I tell them, "Hey, do you mind if I switch it up? Do you mind if we do this?" A lot of right now lately, what I've been doing is my consultations. Or the design, I do it while they're here, so I can do it with them.
Right. So they could like see your vision almost.
Yeah, well, you were here with the one with the rose and the gem.
Rose. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so she booked me about 2 months ago, and I designed it right here with her just because I wanted to be exactly specific how she wanted it.
That
You know
piece or like the whole sleeve? Because she did say she wanted a sleeve.
She wanted the whole sleeve, but we designed that piece right here together.
Dope.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just because I wanted to see, because she sent me like, I think like 5 different images, but I wasn't too sure how she wanted to go with because they're different styles, and I understand like certain people don't know like, okay, which way. But yeah, she basically let me go. Like we both worked on it together, but she gave me the idea and I just kind of went with it. You know what I
Dope.
mean?
Yeah.
I feel like that's always creates the best results for me.
Yeah. One day I'll get to experience that.
I mean, eventually one day, man. Even Carlos, dude. Like Carlos, When I tattooed this guy, he let me just do my thing too.
Yeah, you have a
Yeah, I
tattoo.
trusted him. Yeah.
You what?
What was that?
You have a tattoo.
Do I have tattoos? Yeah, on my lower back.
Oh, this
Good
guy.
little chance that. Yeah, I put Iconiq in the back. No, but yeah, I did his leg. I did the side of his leg.
Oh, okay.
But he also he let me. With him, I was like, he wouldn't know he wanted, but he let me go with the size I wanted, right?
Yeah, so I came in with the intentions of doing it from right above my ankle to mid calf.
Yeah.
And then he did the stencil and then he put it on and I was like, it was basically my whole leg, my whole lower leg.
Yeah.
I was like,
Bigger is
shit.
always better.
That's exactly what he said.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, I'm very happy with it. Yeah, I'm very happy with it.
Oh,
And I feel like, yeah, one thing you're going to learn, and this is why I want you to be really good with people, talking to them, is be open with them. I want to say open, I guess be upfront with them. What are your intentions? Straight up. You know what I mean? If it's something you don't want to do, tell them you don't want to do that. Tell them, you want to change this and explain to them why. Because a lot of people don't have the artistic mind like you do to see it. So you kind of have to explain to them why you're doing this, why you're doing that.
kind of like yesterday, how you made that thing flow. Yemi kind of went with his arm and stuff, and the placement of it. Right?
Yeah, it's exactly. Like, if you guys don't know, I did a Virgin Mary yesterday with a rose and a dove, but there's a lot of open spots on the right side because it's a half sleeve, and I didn't want to just darken it out. So what I did was, I did kind of it's called a transition. I used smoke. I used kind of smoke and wind for that, and I kind of just drew it up for him. And I wasn't the best at time.
But drew it up on the skin.
Yeah, I drew it up on the skin. I drew it up on the skin with a marker. And I was like, look, there's gonna be negative. There's gonna be dark around. But he trusted me. You know what I mean? He's all like, he didn't see it because he looked kind of confused. But he's all like, yeah, go for it.
Yeah. And then once you're there, he's like, ah. Nah.
Yeah, no, he liked it.
That spot always hurts though. I've noticed that.
Oh yeah,
People.
that's the inside of the armpit.
Yeah.
The girl I did before that though, she
She's a champ.
she laughed. I was like that.
Yeah, there was nothing to her. I remember.
But I feel like this should be enough for us, man. I'm really glad you stuck around. I'm really glad you're here. I hope you get a lot of knowledge, but also I hope you get education. I guess. Well, I guess knowledge is the same shit.
Yeah.
But
But as far as tattooing and stuff, everything.
tattooing.
Because I've noticed even business aspect, you guys talk about business in a certain way, or communicating with people. So I'm kind of grasping everything, not just tattooing.
Yeah, I mean you should, because this tattooing yes, it's an art. Yes, but it's not a hobby. If it's not making you money, then it's a hobby. You know what I mean? You gotta take it out of the business.
Would
at the end of the day.
you tattoo if you weren't making money?
If I wasn't making money?
Yeah, from it. Would you keep tattooing?
Yeah, I mean it wouldn't be my main. I would have to have another job. You know what I mean? I'd probably still do it, but the point is I want to get to a point where, like you said, make other income where I could tattoo on the side. And
Yep.
I don't have to focus on pushing it so hard where it's my main income. You know what I mean? That's my goal as well. I mean, I want to tattoo when I want to tattoo and how I want to tattoo with the people I want to tattoo.
Dope. Yeah, I get you.
You got that?
Yeah, that was good.
No, but yeah,
Josh
man,
shit.
it's just. Damn, I lost my train of thought there. That was a nice little.
No,
riddle.
yeah, that deserves quotation marks.
Yeah.
Josh shade right there.
But yeah, you have to know the business side of this. You have to treat it. It's not just an art. You know what I mean? You have to know how to sell your art. You have to know how to treat people. You know how to, be able to put yourself out there, and that's why we do these videos. That's why we promote so much on Instagram. You know what I mean? It's a business. At the end of the day, it's a business, but we're doing what we love as a business.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it doesn't feel like it at the end of the day, but you know it is.
Yeah. Yeah, that's tight.
Yeah, that's good. You're picking that up. You know what I mean? Nice. So I mean, we got through a lot today. Basically, you guys got to meet Ricky right now. Any last words? Anything you want to give tips to people looking for apprenticeships? You know, what they should expect, what they should do.
Right. You know, with me, this is still like a learning stage for me as being an apprentice. So I don't know much, but I do know about the grind and I know how it feels to keep getting rejected. And for me, what I did was just when I felt discouraged, I would just go home and look at videos, like motivational videos. You know, I had them lined up just because, you know, it helped me get through. And then even though like I knew I wanted to be like a tattoo artist, so like if someone kept saying no, I knew regardless I was going to do it one way or another, or I was going to get an apprenticeship one way or another. Like either, you know, doing it myself and
Be
learning.
persistent.
Yeah, just persistent, getting after it really.
That's cool, man. People want to follow your journey. Where could they follow you at?
Ricky Plax is my Instagram. It'll be RICKYPLACS. You can put it right here. Can you do that? You know, on YouTube, when you edit it, it has the name right there. Yeah, Ricky Plax.
Little plaquita right here. No, but yeah, we're telling him he should document his whole journey, like his whole experience from now to when he starts tattooing. You know what I mean? It was fucking dope. People want to see that process, especially someone that's interested in getting into it. Mm-hmm. You're a step of them, so they want to see how it goes. Yeah, so I mean, that'd be dope. Can't wait to see that happen. All right.
Appreciate it.
All right, guys. So this was another episode of the Iconiq project without Ricky Tat.
Yeah.
But we did have Ricky Suave right here. Hopefully Ricky will be on the next one. So.
And hopefully I get a nickname.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, we're looking for a nickname for Rick right here. We have 3 Ricks: Ricky Tat, Little Ricky, which is his son, and then got Ricky Suave right here.
Yeah.
So it's too many Ricks, man. What do you think? What do you think, Carlos? We need a nickname?
I don't know. I gotta be around him a little more to
Yeah.
come
So
up
if
with
you
a
guys
nickname.
could come up with a nickname for him, let us know. Comment that below. As always, please like, subscribe, and share this video. It helps us out a lot. And then also we're gonna be having some giveaways on Instagram, doing that involves a YouTube. So it's gonna be a good time. So right.
Stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned. All right, guys. Have a good one.